and don't you ever focus. Stay focused on your biz and don't you ever focus. I'm locked in every single day. I be locked in, focused all the way, man. I'm locked in from the time I wake. I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. Let's play.
Mic check. What's good? Welcome everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Sip to Tell It podcast. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we just gonna recap all the things that have went on since Miami. This is our repeat / recap, and sometimes the video call-in show, but we're not doing the video part of it today. We're just gonna recap all the stuff that has taken place since Thursday to kind of get us back on track for to trade deadline tomorrow. So I ain't gonna crash out yet about trades and whatnot yet. I'm gonna give them till 4:00 to see what they do, if they do something, and then we'll adjust accordingly. So right now, again, we know about a couple of things that have transpired. We got in early on some stuff, and we'll kind of talk about who that is in a minute. But let's kind of say hello to everybody that's here. Make sure you tap that like button if you've not done so. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber as well. And also, a new feature I added to the chat box where you can share, or not share, you can give some of your tally points up. And we're doing the drawing at the end of this video as well. For November. Chris M won October. She's in the running again for November. But I did add where you can give points to other people. And where you can check that, and let me see if this actually works. Let's see if this works. So if you hit exclamation point give and then the person's like name, you should be able to give them points. Or that may be me giving them points. Hold on. This should be everybody though. I think everybody can do this. I think anybody can do this. I don't think it's just me. I think if you do exclamation give and then type in the person's name, like they're at or whatever, I think everybody can do that. I don't think it's just me. But I don't have no points. Let me see if I got some points. Let's test it. Let's be a guinea pig before I go on. See if I got some points. Do I have any of my own points? Then I'll try it out. We ain't got nowhere to go. Game don't come on to 6. So I got 75 points. Let's see if this works.
Donation.
Appreciate you, B. He said somebody said points and donated 20 in the super chat. Appreciate it. Now, let's see if I can do this. Let me pick some random person. I'm gonna try Marlon. Let me see if I can give Marlon some points. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Let's go. Let's see how this works. Let's see if this works. We over here testing stuff. We're gonna get to the show in a minute. Failed to give 50 tally points. What? So it don't work? I guess I gotta do some more stuff and see. Let me try one more time. Let me try somebody else. Let me try King Blaze. See if that worked. We're gonna get to the show in a minute. We just trying stuff. We hanging out. Trying to make it so everybody can get in on the fun. Let's see. Give, name, and amount. Yeah, that's it. Exclamation give, their name, and the amount. We'll figure it out. But that's how you do it. It's exclamation point give, the person's name, and the amount. I don't know why the other ones ain't going through yet, but that's how it works. But let's kind of get on with it and go from there. Y'all tap that like button. What up? I'm assuming that sudden was good. Let me go through these and shout out to people that's through here. DDSQ was good. Davon, appreciate you. Chris, what's up? She said, I think she said run that intro again. Hey, salute D-Wiz. I'm not drinking at the moment because it was a rush getting home from work and getting these 2 videos done, so I hadn't even had a chance to pull up yet. But I guess I'll do it for the game tonight. But G Easy when he say EDC is sleep. Chaos. What's that? Trav, appreciate you. Urban Closer, Mox, J Dog, Blackula, TY. Let's see who else. D-Wiz, Mike M. Osman, James, Matt D, appreciate you. I don't know if I got D-Wiz. If not, D-Wiz again. 86 Ghosts, again, Sudden. D-Stall. I'm just going to leave it at D-Stall. D-Stall. And what else? Yep. That's it. So let's get this party started. Let me get to the right screen. And we're going to go through some stuff, kind of like we did in the preseason. I tagged some stuff on in my bookmarks and Twitter, and we're just going to go through it. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Now, we always start with this. You know, this is the profile pick until we get to 500. This is the profile pick. Hey, darling. This is the profile pick till we get to 500. But let's go through these right here. So, Malachi got his first NFL pick versus the Dolphins Sunday. Well, I'm sorry, Thursday. And he mentioned that on the sidelines that he has had a pick every time he's played in that stadium. So the Miami Stadium is not only good to the Florida boys, good to Malachi as well. And I thought it was very funny, even though it's illegal. It's illegal now for this crackback when Kyle hit this guy. So he gets faked out. And not only do he get faked out, he gets knocked out. Bam! By Kyle Hamilton. Let's keep rolling. All right, they said this is Lamar Jackson when he sees the Dolphins defense. All kinds of food. He's just picking all over. Just getting what he wants. And you'll see some numbers here later on that will kind of see why this is the meme that Kevin put up. Because he goes crazy versus the Dolphins. Except for that one game. Except for that one Flores game. And I'll tell you this. The game, Hollywood's first game as a Raven, I think Lamar threw 5 touchdowns. And if you a long time listener or watcher to the show, you've heard this story before. Our movie theater here in town, I guess when movies were, dying out, people weren't going to the theaters, they would show NFL games on Sunday. So you pay just like you going to see a movie, but you can sit there and watch your NFL game on the screen. And so that in particular game, I was able to watch the Miami game, Miami versus the Ravens, in the movie theater on that massive screen with that massive sound. And Hollywood and Lamar went off that game. So I remember that vividly. That's probably one of the best times watching the game because it was actually in a movie theater. All right, back to Lamar. So Lamar versus the Dolphins. Open receivers. 14 for 15, 144 yards, 4 touchdowns. Between the numbers, 14 for 15, 123 yards, 3 touchdowns. Versus the blitz, 9 of 11, 90 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, keep in mind, he didn't have 10 touchdowns. Some of these plays kind of overlap, so that's why you see the multiple touchdowns. So don't freak out and be like, Lamar had 10 touchdowns. No, he didn't. Some of these plays, the stats just overlap each other. But I did a video that the members saw, and we talked about the quick passing game, and it'll be on YouTube for everybody else probably in the morning because I still got to edit it. He was quick passing game. He was 13 for 14, 76 yards. And we know that the quick passing game sometimes eludes the play calling when Lamar's in the game. When every other quarterback is in the game, we have quick passing. But when Lamar gets in, it's like everything got to be deep. Everything got to be deep. Well, we had some quick passing stuff Thursday night, and it worked well. And I hope it ain't just because they were trying to not have Lamar run. That quick passing stuff needs to stay in the game plan. Let's keep rolling. So this is a tribute to all the Ravens fans that were in attendance Thursday night. And I don't know if Tua was blowing smoke, but if you saw my video, my little blog video, you'll see that the Ravens fans, the flock was actually really deep in there. And I would say at worst, it was 45-55 Dolphins. But I think it was the other way around. I think it was 55-45 Ravens and maybe even 60-40 Ravens because that's just how loud it was. That's just how much purple and black it was. It wasn't a lot of teal that I saw.
Yeah, I think for us offensively, just started with the little things. We're off a little bit here on this play, we're off a little bit there on that play, and we just couldn't find our flow in that. And then when we did find our flow, we had some penalties, we had some issues going on with that. So, I would say first off that all starts with me, and we've got to continue to get our guys better in that aspect. But this isn't a game where, we're discouraged. It's one of those games where you wish you could have done, more or whatever you could to help the guys go out there and execute the way we wanted to execute offensively. I think the defense gave us a great opportunity, in the first half, and then in the second half as well, with crucial third down stops, giving us the ball back, giving us an opportunity. And as I've said prior, those are times where we got to
We're gonna fix it, B. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Yeah, I did mute it so y'all could hear that. I apologize. But basically Tua said it was loud. And I'm repeating what I said a minute ago. And I don't know why it didn't come through on this clip. Maybe this was the different clip or I just didn't let it finish. But he was talking about how they were trying to do stuff and they couldn't hear. And that's a testament to everybody that came to the game. We're super loud. It got really loud on the Gilman fumble. And when I was thinking about the story I told yesterday, that's when Ken and his wife showed up, because I remember not seeing the fumble because I was having an interaction with Ken and wondering how we got the ball back. So whenever that first fumble took place and we got it on short yardage, that's when the interaction came that I had with Ken and him showing up and getting the seats and whatnot. I thought about that earlier today, but yeah, I thought I was still muted. I'm not. All right. But this right here really tripped me out. This thing from FanDuel now, I say, is Lamar Jackson the best Ravens player ever? Which is fine to ask that question because it's a legit question to ask. But I got a problem with number 4. Why is Ed Reed on 4? Now, I personally have him at a different number, but we're not gonna get into that today. But Ed Reed got at least be 3. As much as I love Nada, there is no chance in HE double hockey sticks that he was better than Ed Reed. No chance. No chance. So, come on, people, stop disrespecting Ed. I know Ed's in the past, and out of sight, out of mind. Ed is top 2, and he might not be 2, 3 at the least, like Mars just said. 3 at the least. 3 at the least. So, and I got to see two guys off this list Thursday. I got to see Jamal Lewis, got to see Chris McAllister, which was cool. Let's keep rolling. All right, so this is more talking about the fans. I don't know if y'all saw this from Pat Ricard, but he was talking about the fans and them being loud as well. And I am gonna mute the mic because I don't want it
Donations.
to be a double sound. Appreciate you, B. He said at least we not. Oh man, let's not even go back and revisit that. So for all y'all that don't know, this super chat has some context. So about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, how long ago it's been, B? That Hendo and Dre, they did a top rappers countdown or whatever. And Tupac was at 12. I about lost it. Now Tupac is 1 for me. He's 1 for me. And you know, different people had their opinions, and he could be anywhere from 1 to 5 or 7 with, or maybe even 8 with anybody. But not making the top 10, list was bogus. And that's where that super chat comes from. It's a little backstory to it. Appreciate you, B. But this is what Pat had to say about the crowd.
Like, I feel like...
Did it feel at all like a home game at all?
Kind of did, right? Like, I feel like you always know during the anthem when you heard the O chant, and it was really loud. I was kind of surprised, and you just kind of know that it was going to be kind of a home game. And even, like, when our defense on the field, like, it was getting loud. And it was really credit to our fan base and the Ravens flock for showing love. And I think it's like half our team's from Florida, so it's probably a lot of their family.
What does that mean to get it for Lamar, for Zay, back in their hometown?
Yeah, I think it's just really cool. I know they love coming down here. Obviously, they're from here. They love playing here. So for them to get a win, I'm sure it meant something for them.
Okay. Now I did see something. She always sound dry, man. Always. Even in her post-game rants, she always sound dry. Always. Like, I don't know what it is. No. She sounds like she's scared. I don't know what it is, but people were loud, man. People were loud. And I saw something where it says Zay maybe had 50 to 70 people there. Then I saw that the post-game meal was Play Action Sports. You know, shout out to the thumbnail. If you haven't seen the thumbnail, let's go ahead and pull that back up. Where my thumbs at? Why my thumbnail at? Where is that? Where my thumbnail at? See, you want to act crazy when we have company over. Oh, there it is. I just couldn't see it. That's the inspiration for the thumbnail. You H it. Inspiration. But let's get back to it. All right, this dude right here. So this is Aloha Gilman. And so I really want to talk about him real quick because we made the trade for him earlier. We got Gilman basically for Oweh. Now, Oweh has went over there and had 4 sacks in 4 games, which is fine for them. It is what it is. It's whatever. Hey, do your thing over there, Oweh. But for Gilman, for us, I think has allowed Kyle to come down in the box more. Has also stabilized Malachi with another guy that can communicate on his level and make sure that people are in the right spot. And again, that's a guy that has played in mentor systems, so the system ain't a huge difference from what he was already been in. So it takes something off of Malachi. It allows Kyle to play closer to the line of scrimmage, and it just made the defense as a whole better. Did we lose a pass rusher? Yes, but we lost a pass rusher that wasn't producing. So the fact that he went to LA and is producing, that don't really bother me, because his role over there may be different. Now, does that mean we were using him wrong? Maybe. Who knows? Or they could just have other guys that the offensive line has to focus on and allows Oweh to eat, which I feel like we had that too. But whatever the case is, salute you, Oweh, for doing your thing. But I'm ecstatic that Gilman is here and allow Kyle to play close to the line of scrimmage, allow Kyle to do some of the stuff that you guys saw him do. And I was making a video on Kyle Saturday morning, and I just didn't finish it because it was kind of difficult. But it basically was highlighting all the different positions that Kyle was in. And off the top of my head, he was basically lined up as an outside linebacker some plays. He was lined up as one of the inside linebackers some plays. He was lined up covering the slot receiver some plays. He was lined up as a deep safety some. Basically, Kyle was everywhere. He blitzed, he dropped out, he played man, he played zone. He did some of everything. And him, when he attacks the line of scrimmage, he don't attack the line of scrimmage like I'm a skill guy going in here with these big 300-pounders. He going there like he 300 pounds as well. He going there violent. He going there just as violent as the defensive lineman. Now, sometimes the offensive lineman get on him and knock him down and do whatever, but he going there with extreme violence and looking to punish whoever gets in his way. So I appreciate that from Kyle. And us getting Gilman has allowed him to go down there and do that. So I appreciate Gilman as well. I also appreciate this old stanky leg. If we can get it. Oh, don't act like that. Don't act like that. Guess we ain't getting no stanky leg today. But yeah, that stanky leg was one of my little go-to little thingy jigs. That was one of the few dances I felt like I was can do forever. So I remember doing it on Bourbon Street one day. But anyway, I just wanted to see the stanky leg. It didn't work. All right, back to Lamar carving up the Dolphins. Lamar Jackson has a passer rating of 142.9 with 1,405 yards and 18 touchdowns, 1 interception in 5 games versus the Dolphins. And remember, he had that one terrible game. He had that one terrible game versus Flores, who is in the horizon. Flores is on the horizon. He's on the horizon. So these are great numbers versus the Dolphins. Even with that terrible game in there. 142.9 passer rating is absolutely nuts. So just say he loves playing at home. And home for him is, I think somebody said he lived like 40 minutes away. And I think a lot of people went to the restaurant as well. I don't know if he was reposting videos, or somebody was reposting videos of people that that is not how I ended up in the chair. that is not how I ended up in the chair. Not how I ended up in the chair. Trust me, that was not it. Hey, Bourbon Street will make you do a whole bunch of things, man. Bourbon Street will make you do a whole bunch of things. But we talked about this number earlier. This is just a graphic to go with it. Versus the Blitz, versus the Dolphins. 9 of 11, 90 yards, 3 touchdowns. So remember, what's the guy that has the betting website that talked about Lamar couldn't do stuff versus the Blitz? I forget who. Schultz, maybe was it? No, I can't remember the guy's name. Don't make me. Warren Sharp. They said Lamar was terrible versus the Blitz, and I came back like instantly. I'm like, that was maybe in the past, but that wasn't accurate. He's still showing that you keep blitzing him if you want to. He gonna tear you up. He gonna tear you up. That's you keep blitzing him if you want to. He gonna tear you up. All right, now to some shocking news. And everybody knows this by now, but I haven't spoken on it. And I'm going to take this opportunity to speak on it now. We traded Jaire Alexander. In a rare in-season Saturday trade, the Ravens are sending former Pro Bowl cornerback Jaire Alexander and a 2027 7th-round pick to the Eagles in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick. Jaire's tenure in Baltimore. What I will say is, even though he didn't get an opportunity to get on the field like we wanted him to, even when he was dressed and wasn't playing, his attitude always seemed upbeat and helpful and celebratory and still talking smack. And I still remember, like, when who did that? Somebody was celebrating on the sideline with like a Ravens thing, and they went to go, the Ray Lewis thing. and he went to go try to take the ball. So I appreciate the heck out of him for that, because that mentality I love. Hate the fact that he didn't get a chance to get on the field, but he seemed like he was good with the vibes, and even if he was disgruntled, he held it down and whatnot. And who knows? Maybe he talk about it one day, maybe he don't. But I think he really wanted the opportunity to play with L. It didn't go the way he wanted to. I don't know how healthy he is. I thought he wasn't playing because he wasn't healthy, but for them to trade for him, he got to be healthy enough to pass a physical for the Eagles. So, salute to you, Jaire. Best of luck to you. Maybe we see you in February. Maybe we see you in February. Hopefully, we'll see you in February. I hope. But I like Jaire. No, nothing bad to say about him from me. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, now trades start coming in. This is a guy that I felt like we had opportunity to get. Miami Hurricane guy that plays for the Miami Dolphins. That is a really good young player that I felt like really could have been a good player on the other side of Mike Green. Really gets after the quarterback when healthy. Now, I will say this. For those that don't know, there is some injury history with Phillips. So if you don't know, he was started out at UCLA and missed a bunch of time out there. If I'm not mistaken, he stopped playing football. He stopped playing football at UCLA, if I'm not mistaken. Then after sitting out a year or whatever, getting his mind and his body right, came back and went to Miami. Balled out at Miami. And, he's with the Dolphins now. So I felt like a guy that we could have gotten, but he went to Philadelphia. That sucks. So they've picked up Jaire. They got Jalen Phillips from Miami. And you see Michael Carter right here. So that prompted my tweet, EDC fight back. Because right now it's crickets over there. It is crickets. It is crickets. It is crickets. If you got your emotes up, put some crickets in the chat, because that's what we're hearing out of the castle at the moment. Kind of getting to the presser today from John Harbaugh. A few things that a lot of stuff was nothing I really wanted to comment on, but he talked about Broderick Washington had surgery on his Achilles. Yeah. This ain't new. Maybe you just not decided to come on out and say it, but this ain't new. We could have. I digress. Nothing. Never mind. I ain't even going that rant. Not even going that rant. But a quote from Jonas says, at his Monday news presser, John Harbaugh was asked whether he expects the Ravens to make moves by Tuesday's 4 p.m. deadline. He said, and I quote, "No way to know. We'll see what happens." No way to know. We'll see what happens. I want to say that means nothing's gonna happen. That's what I want to say. That means nothing's gonna happen. Okay. Shout out to Michael Carter. Root to the Brewers. Yeah, that means nothing's going to happen. So, for me, this is how I'm going to take tomorrow. I expect nothing. Hold on, let me show you what I expect out of EDC tomorrow. That's what I expect. Now, if something happens, hey, great. I expect this out of EDC. 0. Nothing. Not a darn thing. Now, if we make moves, great. Won't be disappointed unless it's a crap move, unless we get a 90-year-old defensive end or something like that. But I expect nothing. So my expectations won't be hurt because I expect nothing. That was talking about Gilman, but I already talked about Gilman. So this is what we're going to do here. We're going to get to our drawing for November. I think it's right here. There it is. Let me make it full screen so everybody can see what's going on. Be fully transparent. Bam. Still good? Yeah, everything's still good. All right. So, for those that don't know, this is how this works. So when I spin, the name that'll pop up, you lose. The name that pops up is not the winner. When I spin,
Donations. Donation.
yeah, Bruce dropped 10. He said, I don't know if it'll come up. It says, EDC better do something. We have 5 fifth-round picks. Dude act like a cat lady with picks. Actually, I'll do it after we finish. I think I saw a tweet from Salary Cap Ravens with all the different picks we have next draft. Yeah, it's Scorpio season in this house as well. Not for me though. My two ladies, Scorpio season for them as well. They coming up soon. Real soon. Really, really soon. But this is how this goes. So let's see. Again, last month's winner was Chris M. And she's back on here. So I'm gonna shuffle. Shuffle. And now let's start. Man, you out already, B. You out already, B. All right, next. Tila's out. Speaking of Tila, Tila, you get a whole bunch of points here because of what you did last week. If you don't want to know, I ain't gonna say it, but you get a whole bunch of points for what you did last week, and I got you packed up, and you should be good to go. Should have gotten an email from me here recently, but as far as the tally points thing, sorry, you out on that one. But I'm gonna give you your points here in a minute when I finish this. Next up. Oh, no back-to-back winner this week. This month. No back-to-back winner. All right, we got 3 left. Cam's out. So it's down to 2. Heather and Urban Closer. Drum roll, please. Ooh, that's in the middle. So the winner is Urban Closer. I would get your information to send you your gift. We follow each other on a bunch of different things. So I'll get it. DM it to me on one of the, you can do it in Discord. DM me the address in Discord so I can get you your winnings, and then we'll go from there. So Urban Closer is our November tally points winner. The points have been reset, so that's why a lot of people don't have a lot of points. But actually, the person that has a bunch of points, because I got to add them manually. Let me do that right now while it's on top of my brain. Like I said, if she wants to let you know what she did, she'll tell you, but I'm not gonna say it. It's on her. Let me find it. Where her name at? Where's her name? I don't see her name. Oh, she just got here. That's why. She ain't got no watch hours. That's why I don't see her name. She just got here. She missing streams. But we'll get her on the back end. We'll get her on the back end. So let me pull this one thing up, then we're going to get up out of here. Pull this one thing up and show you all those different picks we got. Let me go here. Not film study. Salary cap. Where you at? What's his name? Brian something. This thing doing everything but what I wanted to do. Not hitting no damn. God darn it, act right. There it is. Finally. Sheesh. Where we go? Here it is. I got it. Here it is. I got it. All right, let's go back over here. These are all the picks we got. 2026. So next draft season, we have our own first, our own second, our own third, our own fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fifth-round picks. 5. And then right now, 2 7s. 2 7s, which is absolutely crazy. What are we going to do with all these fifth-round picks? Why not do something and make this team better today? Now, I'm going to close the stream, but I was going to close the stream with this question. Osman beat me to it. This is a question I have for you guys, and I want to see what you say. If there's one trade you would like, what will it be? Because I was racking my brain today trying to figure out, like, what exactly would satisfy me trade-wise. I don't have a set person that would light my fire. And then I thought about it. There's one guy out there that I would love to have on this team. But I think the dog mentality that he has won't fit John Harbaugh. And that is Jeffrey Simmons. Pair Jeffrey Simmons with Big Za, Travis. So I'm answering that question from Osman, but I'm leaving it up there for everybody because I want what you guys would think. Give me Jeffrey Simmons. Give me Jeffrey Simmons. Give me Jeffrey Simmons. Let's see. Let me highlight a few of these before we get out of here. Let's see. So many amendments. There are so many amendments to the Constitution. Beef. Hi, Blackula. Let's see. What y'all got? Killer says a guard and a few edge. Well, he want multiple edges. J6, Trey Hendrickson. Big Cuz, what two in your mind, Big Cuz? TY says defensive line, edge, and guard. Davon, O-line or edge. And I stopped even putting O-line in my wish list because shit ain't gonna happen. I just stopped putting it in my wish list. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Max Crosby. Kwame's on the same page with me. I like Jeffrey Simmons. AJ Brown would be nice, but they ain't letting him go. They ain't letting him go. Chris says she want a guard. Oh yeah, right, Kwame. Right. See, what up, Hendo? What's good? Hey, you. Whose name I got up there? Look at me. Look, you whose name I got highlighted right there? Look at me. It's about time for you to make an appearance back over here. You know, even if it's just me and you, it's about time for you to make an appearance back over here so we can chat about what's going on. Let me know what works for y'all. See, I did it live now, so you can't bag out. I'm talking to the dude. His name is right there. Talking to that guy. So just let me know. You know how to reach me. Text me. Let's see. We got Jeffrey Simmons, definitely. He run Hobbs out the building. Simmons and a guard. Hell, I take Sweat. Joseph, they been balling. JPJ, Zeitler, or anybody to get Ojabo off the field. Now, I will say this the one about Ojabo. Again, he ain't getting no pass rush, but he did decent versus the run Thursday. It wasn't A+. It wasn't A+. But I give him a good hard C. He did decent versus the run Thursday night. Let's see what else. Josh Sweat. Yeah, Simmons definitely moves the needle. But this is probably what we're going to get. What Raven C just said. 35-year-old pass rusher. That's definitely what we're going to get. Definitely. Definitely. Let's see. I had to get him. Had to get him. That's my dog though. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's a good question. We're gonna end on this right here. We're gonna end on this right here. I'm gonna wait on the answer. Rent Judon and Campbell and nail the draft. Hey, well, yeah. What I'm giving who? Oh, JPJ ain't going too far. He just got drafted for the Raiders, I think. They ain't gonna move him just yet. Trying to wait on Taurus' answer. I don't know if he might not have saw it. But if not, hey, be on the lookout. The members have already seen the video, but everybody else, when I doctor it up here in the next 30 minutes, have seen the my Lamar Jackson short passing game video. So it'll be out soon. And well, not soon. It'll be out in the morning because I'm finna edit it once we get off here. But oh, okay. Appreciate you, Kwame. Appreciate it. On that note, man, we're going to let Urban Closer take us out. And again, Urban, don't forget to send me your info. Congratulations on winning the November tally points. We're going to work on this give thing. I'm going to try it one more time before we get out of here. Exclamation, give. All right, the person's name. Let me pick some, let's go Blackula. Ed Blackula. And let's do 25 points. Let's see if that works. Was all good. Nah, Urban, I told Bobby today I'm not emailing Nada. LOL, air it out on your live, or she apologize. Otherwise, I'm not. Hey, I'm with you. If it happened like the apology, whatever it is, and it ain't my business, whatever it is, the apology need to be as loud as the accusation. And if I ain't say that right, y'all know what the heck I mean. Y'all know what I mean. But on that note, man, I got to fix this Streamlabs thing. It's something new. I'm trying it out, but we'll figure it out. And but you can check your points, exclamation points, and I'll figure out how to do this give thing here at some point. I'm gonna work on it. So with that note, man, I appreciate y'all. And again, we're gonna let. Yeah, I need yours too, Chris. I do need yours too, Chris. All right, and Hendo, let me know your schedule, and I work around you because I get off at 2 every day. So and I know your work thing to change. So we'll chop it up and get together soon. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Urban Closer, take us out.
Who is this?